As a child and a teenager, I had always a strong interest for history, geography, geology, natural science. And I discovered with a professor, Professor Jean-Jacques Dufort, who was teaching in this university, Paris-Sorbonne, that geomorphology could reconcile my interest for all these disciplines. He was one of the pioneers in France of geoarchaeological study, and he proposed to me to do a master's degree and then a PhD in Greece on the historical alluviation around major archaeological sites like Olympia. It has been a passion for me from this moment. The integration of isotope dating method, all the dating from geoscience that help us to move from relative chronology to absolute precise chronology, and also the development of spatial analysis, satellite image, LIDAR, radar, because we are able to study at a big scale, large area, and then to focus for the field only in particular places. So for me, they are the major change. The first experience are always the more memorable. So I have been lucky to work very young, leading geoarchaeological program in international mission in Eastern Mediterranean. So I keep strong memories about Albania and southern Russia. It was a time of geopolitical tension in 1990s. But the most intense experience I had was in North Afghanistan in a very difficult context. We were reconstructing alluvial chains of the river of Balkh, North Afghanistan, and on a human point of view, it was very dense. No, I have been lucky. My label as a geomorphologist has always been a positive factor, especially because I work in a field where geomorphology is applied for historians and archaeologists. They had a real need of my results, so I never faced a discussion about my methodology, the interest of my discipline, or I did not have to impose myself. I really was in a team. A very satisfying moment as international acknowledgement was in 2017 when Francesco Gutierrez and myself were called as experts by the International Court of Justice to fix the border between Nicaragua and Costa Rica on the Caribbean Sea, because it is very rare that the court call geomorphologists as experts. Majority of experts are lawyers or historians. I don't want to cite any papers or book because, our community is very dynamic, work internationally. We have so many good publications. My recommendation will be read in your language, read in English, in German, in Spanish, but read. Try to learn all the innovative methodology and don't hesitate to contact the authors to exchange with them. You will always be welcomed by them. Yes, as professor at university, I realize that the discipline offers more and more applied field that continue to offer academic outlets in research and teaching, but also many new positions in private sector, in collectivity, in companies. And this is a chance because we are more in contact with the community and it is good for our students. IAG means a lot. I am a baby from IAG. My first international conference was in Frankfurt just after my Master 2, and Frankfurt was the second international conference. I discovered a little bit later that there was a working group of geoarchaeology funded by Professor Morgan de Dapper. It has been a revelation for me. I had a group of colleagues working on the same thematic than me. I was able to exchange with them. We were able to have specific session, and I owe my international career largely to this working group. And it was for me a great honor to succeed later to Morgan as president of this working group on geoarchaeology. IAG continues to be the main centers of activity for all disciplines and the meeting point during all the congress for geomorphologists from all over the world. The fact that the current president, Professor Sunil Kunarde, is from India shows that our association has managed not to be a club of Western countries, and it is very important to keep this diversity. Geomorphology needs to continue to innovate on a methodological point of view to be useful for the society. So we have to work on climate change. We have to integrate artificial intelligence. The main interest of artificial intelligence is to make possible to treat huge quantity of data, spatial data, image data, statistic data, and it is very efficient. So we need to focus on this, and we know that at the end, the field needs to be done because we need to validate our hypotheses or results, even if they come from artificial intelligence. Young geomorphologists, you can enter in the field of geomorphology with trust. It is a field of interest in link with all the modern challenge of our society, starting by climate change. And you will find a job. You will find a job in a research center at university or in corporates. Don't hesitate to join. I don't have advice to give, but IAG should continue to encourage young researchers, particularly from southern countries, and also make visible an international network of experts in geomorphology who could be called by local authorities or international authorities to help them in their work. For me, geomorphology is more relevant than ever because all the challenges of the society are in link with environment, climatic change, and this is really a field where we can have an applied geomorphology that provides solution to the society, and that's what we need.